If you look at the income surtax or instructional support levy, it can be maximum of 10% of your regular program budget. So in Wall Lake, Auburn, it's right around $250,000 is the maximum we can generate. I'm just going to have to guesstimate for you when we're a new district, because I don't have the numbers from the Department of Management, but we could probably generate up to around $350,000, I would think, through this program if that's what we decide to do. So, and once again, that can fall either way, whether it's property tax or combination thereof. The next page, front and back, is just a printout from the Department of Management that we gathered this data from, and it's typically posted in both districts in the main office as required by law, and we try to get it on the website. So you may see that around. If you have any questions, give us a holler. And then just a couple notes on the next 6 or 8 pages there. And this is just a printout from the Department of Management. Regarding the physical plant and equipment levy, if it's enacted, the voter-approved PEPL, there's 3 election dates between now and our budget certification date. Those dates are December 7th, February 1st, and April 5th. And we would have to notify the auditor of our proposed election 46 days prior to that.
What were the dates again?
December 7th, February 1st, and April 5th. So we would need to give 46 days notice to the auditor or county commissioner of elections. So we're looking at October 22nd for that first one, or as late as February 18th for that last election. So,
and that's for the PEPL or for the instructional support? Or
those
both?
dates would be the same for both. Days. So, and the only difference with the instructional support would be that that does not have to go to the voters. If it goes to the voters, it's for 10 years. If it's put in by board action, it's for 5 years, but it is subject to petition of the public to request a vote. So, the boards I've dealt with have usually felt better just going right to the people the first time.
I'd be cautious about that as well, actually. It seems like almost, my opinion, you can take it for what it's worth. I was in a district that did the board-approved instructional support levy for 5 years, and they had good reason for doing it. The public didn't take very kindly to that. It was like you really got to think through, because it can be perceived that you're kind of ramming something through. So you want to think through that. And there was a recall, and we ended up going to vote in public anyway, because you have a certain number of people signing a petition, then regardless of what your action is with the 5-year instructional support levy, then it goes back to the public for a vote anyway. So those are all things. I think John's done a great job, and he's got some more of laying out what options lie in front of the board.
Well, if you decide to go with it, then you go to the people first. It's a matter of perception, and they perceive that you're asking them.
Yeah.
You're involved with them. If you just pass it 5 years on your own, then they perceive that you're telling them. And I think that there's a big difference there in how it is. But I think that we have to look carefully at this and determine whether or not we're going to need the money. I think that this is probably going to be as good an opportunity as we'll have. For one thing, I think there's going to be money in the country this year. Which is going to get a decent crop, knock on wood, and livestock have been worth some money, and so things are generally, even though the economy nationally may not be so terrific. The economy in our area is not too bad. So I think we should consider that. The other thing is we're going into a new venture which people of the two districts weighed in heavily in favor of. So I would guess that if they thought we really needed the funds, then this would be the time to ask them for them. But
Well,
that's not ask for any money we don't need.
yeah, I was going to say, this is the process, and what the funds are used for, and what they look like, the type of money we can generate. Maybe the next step now is to look at fund balances next month, and maybe we look at, wait and do this in October and look at our enrollment numbers. So we, once we have those enrollment numbers, we have some idea for the following year's budget. And we have 4 more years of sharing money that we get to count for the upcoming 4 years. In October, we should know what kind of money that's going to generate.
Wasn't there something about property tax, maybe, I don't know, not abatement, but some sort of we get some sort of a reduction in property tax or something, because we...
The uniform levy will be lower on our worksheet because we've reorganized for
3 years.
I don't know how they phase that back in, but maybe over a 3-year period. The problem with that, Brent, is when you build that budget, they give you the uniform levy,
And then the rate that generates the numbers.
and then the state money, and then you have to make up the rest with additional property tax. So instead of having $5 of property tax here and 6 here, you're going to have 4 here and 7 here, but you're still going to have
Same amount.
$11.
Okay.
So somebody got votes for putting that in.
Okay.
Well, the other thing I think to think through as a board over the coming months in this issue is trying to look at projected enrollments and all of those things. You have an opportunity, you want to position yourself so that you're not in a position of having to catch up the district. From what I've been able to see in the short time that I've been here, it's done that. Both districts have done that pretty well in the past several years. And the unknown, of course, is who knows what the legislature is going to do in their infinite wisdom come, January. It's just an unknown at this point. And so I think this is really a big decision. These are big decisions for the future of the district. And so whatever information that you need and to make a wise decision, then you'll need to ask and really process this one, which you already know.
We look at some enrollment information and fund balances in October, and then come back and discuss it in November. We would still be a month ahead of our December deadline to notify the Commissioner of Elections for a February election.
Is April too late?
No, it's not. It just
asking.
April 5th would be the
And I
election.
don't think we want to stretch anything to the end.
But what we do by moving it up one election is if we screw up and miss a deadline, we have another option.
You said that out loud.
It wouldn't be the first time we went through something like this.
And I would concur too. I was going to say, I think looking at the 12/7 date is probably a bit on the quick side. We need to give this the thought that it deserves. I would really shoot for the deadline for the February 1st for the very same reasons. And we're not suggesting trying to tell you what to do or anything else. We want to provide you with all the information that you need and to make a good decision for the future of the East Sac District.